This is like the 5th time I'm starting this video. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a good day. So I came to meet somebody and I bumped into the Estonian ambassador from Estonia to Kenya and South Africa.
Perfect.
Am I right?
Perfect.
I've said it right?
Yes.
That's why I've been fumbling. Anyway, so I was like, I need to ask him a couple of questions because the last time I bumped into you, we were at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Estonia.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for hosting us, for
We're
giving
happy
us
to
all
have
the
you.
nice mulos, grab food, and just also for the insights that you shared. We had an absolutely amazing time in Estonia for the last 10 days that we went there. So first and foremost, my question to you is, because there's another delegation going, and this time our delegation was more about the digital world, understanding about the digital advancements in Estonia. There's a new delegation that's going. I think they leave later on in the month of May. So what can they expect from an education aspect?
Well, I think the most interesting thing about education in Estonia is that we teach our curriculum in a different way. Often you get, page 1 to page 5 the first day, page 5 to 10 the next day, and, memorize, la 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 la. It's not interesting. The kids won't remember, the kids won't actually learn it. So in Estonia, we try to make sure that the teachers have the flexibility to teach the way they're good at, but also the way that the kids will understand and actually understand the concepts that they're learning. And I think this way of teaching, having more of a flexibility, more of a flow, is something that we can share.
I love that. So now, I'm an avid follower of what's happening in the AI world and the digital world. And one of the biggest things that's going to be life transforming is the fact that Trump signed into effect AI learning within the education system in America. Now, what a lot of people do not know is that, honestly speaking, Estonia is number 1 in Europe when it comes to education, number 3 globally. So what these guys are doing, I had the privilege of, thanks to Kadri, Her Excellency Kadri, to go around the school and see just how much AI and technology has been integrated into learning. Just speak a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, this example that you brought up about the US, well, they're actually copying us. We just did it a couple of months before. We had the same, our president started the same program in Estonia. Even though we already start with coding in kindergarten. So there's special...
Just say that again in case somebody missed that. You start with coding in kindergarten.
In kindergarten, yeah. So there's developed special games for kids to start already thinking in the way of the coding manner, the movements of toys and making pathways and things like that. So we started at an early age. The big thing in Estonia that really started the e-government or the digital movement was something called Tiger Leap. And it was bringing internet to all of the schools in the early 90s. But it wasn't only for the kids. We think a lot about education as only the kids. But in the evening, it was the elderly. Wow. It was the mothers who were not able to, who were not working. They were able to go and work on their digital skills. And I think that's another thing that Kenya can pick up from us. We have to take everybody along with us. Everybody has to have those digital skills. Otherwise, the gap will just keep on becoming larger.
I love what you've said. It's not just, this education wasn't just for the next generation, but also for the current generation. Yes. I also like the fact that you said tiger leap and not frog leap. Because it wasn't a small hop. This was going from nothing to something. So my question, or my final question to you, is about what do you think Kenya stands when it comes to digital, let me just say, wokeness? And what do you think that we can also learn then from Estonia?
Well, I think that Kenya already has a lot of the tools. The internet is access, you actually have it. I don't know if you remember back in the day when we had to use dial-up. Exactly. Well, we did e-government, we did digitalization with internet like that. Yeah. So, I mean, you have plenty of internet. The question is, what are you going to do with the internet? Yeah. We don't want people just to be being in the social media. We have to make sure that, they have services and they have reason for using that, able to learn all of these games, study games, not just the bang bang games. It should be also those you can play along and you can really have some educational component to it as well. So I think that is really the key. Kenya is really far ahead already with the internet access and with different solutions as well, the e-services, the e-citizen. And now really, how is this going to give the tools not only to the children, but also to the business people? Because the business people also need to be educated digital skills, but also in AI, as you mentioned before.
Yeah.
It's all continuous learning in our lives. It's not just you're a child and then you're done.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime thing, and you have to keep on getting better, and that's the way. And I think you're going in the right direction.
I love that. I love the fact that you're saying that. When we did pass the spoon with the guys when we were in Estonia, it was about taking what Estonia has and showcasing it to Kenya so that they can also adapt and take what is being done here. But my belief is that Africa also has a lot to export to all over the world, if only we really see what it is that we have and step up to the plate.
Absolutely, because for us, it's all about partnerships. It's working together. So it's a little bit of a new concept. You're in Africa, you're used to having the Europeans come in and they sell something, or or they give something. We're talking partnerships. Let's work together. We learn from you, you learn from us, and then we make both of our systems better.
I love that. Thank you so much for giving me your time, and looking forward to seeing you in Estonia.
Asante.
Asante sana.